The first fully autonomous ship has officially hit the water. The vessel, which can sail without a crew, launched from the port of Everett this week. The United States has just built a secret Navy base for the mass production of robot warships, spreading shock and fear across the globe. Music, we are out here in the Persian Gulf with the US military. And this might look like a normal boat, but it is actually a drone boat. China in particular is terrified because these robot warships in particular have never existed before. Is this the beginning of a silent war between China and America? Or is this just a power struggle between the nations? We are getting a rare look at the cutting-edge technology the US is testing. Technology that other nations are competing to develop too. The rising clash between America and China. The rivalry between America and China has become one of the most important forces shaping the modern world. Well, right now we're on the leading edge of it. And our goal is to stay on the leading edge. It stretches across trade, technology, politics, and especially military power. Nowhere is this competition more visible than at sea. The oceans are no longer just trade routes. They have become the stage where the two biggest powers on Earth test their strength and prepare for the future. America has long been the dominant naval force, relying on aircraft carriers, destroyers, and submarines that project power across every ocean. For decades, its fleets have guaranteed freedom of movement for global trade and reinforced alliances from Europe to Asia. But in recent years, China has risen with breathtaking speed. What was once a regional navy is now the world's largest fleet by sheer numbers, and it continues to expand every year. This change has shifted the balance of power and created a new kind of competition that stretches from the South China Sea to the open Pacific. The clash is not just about who has more ships. It is about the future of naval warfare. America is investing heavily in advanced technology, robotics, and artificial intelligence to create smarter fleets that can fight, scout, and support operations without placing sailors in danger. China, on the other hand, is using its massive shipbuilding industry and vast resources to pump out large numbers of vessels. It is a battle between quality and quantity, with each side betting that its strategy will give it the upper hand. At the heart of this rivalry is geography. China wants to dominate its surrounding waters, particularly the South China Sea, which is rich in resources and sits on one of the busiest trade routes in the world. Control of this area would give Beijing influence over global commerce and allow it to push foreign navies further away from its shores. America, however, sees this as a direct challenge to international rules that guarantee open seas for all nations. It responds by sailing its warships through these contested waters to signal that no country should close off such vital routes. These operations have become routine flashpoints. Each side watching the other closely, knowing that a small incident could spiral into something much larger. Technology adds another layer to this tension. America's focused on developing robotic fleets that can operate in dangerous zones, gather intelligence, and strike if needed. These unmanned vessels are designed to extend reach and reduce risks to human crews. China, aware of this shift, is pushing its own research into drones, cyber warfare, and electronic jamming. Each new test, each new prototype feels like a chess move, with one side advancing and the other plotting a counter. This back and forth reflects a deeper truth. Neither America nor China can afford to fall behind. For America, naval dominance is part of its global identity, the backbone of its alliances, and the guarantee of its security. For China, building a strong navy is about breaking free from what it sees as American encirclement and proving itself as a true world power. Both sides are determined, and that determination fuels the rivalry. But the competition is not only military. It also touches economics and politics. The oceans carry most of the world's goods, and whoever secures them gains an advantage in trade. China's Belt and Road projects tie ports and shipping lanes to its influence, while America works to reinforce partnerships with allies like Japan, Australia, and the Philippines. Each side is building networks, both physical and diplomatic, to strengthen its position. The result is a tense environment where neither side wants open war, but both prepare for it just in case. Every new warship launched, every exercise conducted, every drone tested sends signals across the Pacific. The world watches closely because the outcome will shape not just Asia, but global stability for decades to come. This is why the naval race matters so much. It is not about ships alone. It is about power, security, and the rules of the international system. America and China are locked in a struggle that stretches far beyond the horizon, and the seas have become the ultimate test of their resolve. Now that the stage is set, the next step is to look deeper at how each side is shaping its naval strategy. America believes in fewer but smarter ships, while China is betting on building more vessels at speed. This clash of philosophies defines the future of sea power. New waves of power. America's quality versus China's quantity at sea. For much of modern history, the United States Navy was unmatched. With 11 mighty aircraft carrier strike groups, it stood as the symbol of global power, projecting influence on every ocean. But today, that dominance is being tested in an unexpected way. Instead of facing one rival supercarrier, the challenge now comes in overwhelming numbers. The main challenger is China, and its strategy is straightforward. Flood the seas with ships. While America poured resources into building the world's most advanced and most expensive vessels, China focused on sheer scale, creating the largest navy on Earth by the number of warships. And these are not old vessels or fishing boats. China has launched advanced destroyers like the Type 055, a ship so powerful some experts compare it to a cruiser. On top of that, its coast guard has grown into a second navy, and thousands of fishing boats have been turned into a maritime militia. This layered strategy allows China to dominate not only the South China Sea, but also waters far beyond it. The numbers are staggering. At its peak, China's shipbuilding capacity was more than 230 times greater than America's. Simply put, China can build ships faster than anyone else in history. Faced with this tidal wave of steel, the question arises, how can America respond? For years, the United States tried to compete by building more ships. But it soon became clear this was not a winning battle. American warships are engineering marvels, but also extremely costly and slow to produce. The Ford-class aircraft carriers, for example, cost over $13 billion each and took close to 10 years to build. The futuristic Zumwalt-class destroyers were so expensive that a plan for 32 vessels was cut down to only 3. Delays, cost overruns, and production bottlenecks made matching China's numbers impossible. The reality is simple. America cannot win a shipbuilding race based on volume. It is like bringing one handcrafted golden rifle to a fight where the opponent wields 1,000 reliable weapons. This realization forced a complete rethink. If China's strength lies in numbers, America must double down on its traditional edge, quality. But this new quality is not about making already expensive ships even more advanced. Instead, it is about redesigning the way naval forces fight.